Okay, recording.
Hello, everyone.
Someone was. I was wondering who was going to break the ice tonight.
I have a rant tonight, and that it's probably not like a good idea to go just straight into it. So,
Probably not.
so
I
for
mean, I also have a spicy topic to cover a tiny bit, but it's not something to start with right away either.
yeah, so for my viewers, you are seeing my Firefox session. I am working on new website.
I'm gonna be
Which
shiny hunting.
nice.
This is probably the last time I'm going to play this game for a while. I'm kind of getting burnt out on Arceus.
Hmm.
I've never made a living dex in Pokemon before. I have a living dex with all forms and gender differences.
Nice.
Nice.
I've been playing something that only just got released a couple days ago,
Elden
What
Ring?
is it?
and it's not Elden Ring.
Oh, okay.
I was about to ask, is it Elden Ring?
No.
Because I might be picking that up Saturday.
Oh, I really want to play it, but
Picasso was
no.
streaming
Risk
it
of Rain
earlier.
2
Oh yeah, that.
just recently released a new DLC, and it's really fun.
I don't really like the graphics style of it. Like, I preferred the abstract-ish pixel art style of the original.
Yeah, I mean, I really do like the graphics of Risk of Rain 2. I think that Risk of Rain 1's graphics were a little bit overly faux retro to me.
Hmm. I don't know. It
I'm not
was
familiar with the game, period.
It's a roguelike game.
it's a weird, like,
Oh,
roguelike platformer
Yeah.
oh, that's cool.
with multiplayer.
And yeah, so the first one was a 2D platformer. And the second one is kind of a platformer slash third person shooter hybrid.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's a teeny bit different.
Yeah.
Okay, I have learned that I cannot type and talk at the same time.
You end up typing what you're talking.
No, I just end up not talking.
Oh, see, I end up typing what I'm talking.
Yeah, so do we want to start with the fun or do we want to start with the spicy?
Oh, let's start with the fun.
Okay, Dream's Last Manhunt.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was something.
Yeah, if we watch the extra scenes, he said that he'll probably eventually do a 600s version, but it won't be for a while. And also,
Yeah,
there's like this random comment thrown into, I think it was the first, or like the main Manhunt video, when he was doing the intro, that like if the video gets enough likes, they're going to do a Manhunt IRL when George
yeah.
comes to
I
the
want to
US.
know how that's going to work.
Same. Like, what
Is it
is
like
the
just
end goal
glorified
there?
hide and seek?
Maybe, but like, what is the end goal there? Like
Kill
he.
Dream.
Oh no, I mean, what does Dream have to do in order to win? Because he can't exactly kill a real dragon.
Right. Maybe
Go
make
to
it like a capture the
Walmart?
flag.
Wait, did you just say go to Walmart?
I don't know.
That's what I heard as well. I guess that would count as the nether.
Yeah.
But man, there were so many good plays, especially like at the very end, where not only does he fall from his like flying machine that Sapnap totally clutched breaking,
Yeah.
he bounces off of a slime block that he MLG places, bounces over towards George, throws down a bucket of water, lands in that. George knocks him down. He falls in the like flowing water and fishes George's ender pearls, just like at the end of like the Two Hunters
Yeah.
one.
That was a hell of a play. I didn't even know the fishing rod could do that.
Well, yeah, the fishing rod can drag entities. Did you like not see the part in an earlier manhunt where he got Sapnap's axe?
Maybe I'm not. I don't have the greatest memory.
And I'm sad that he couldn't make it to the end city, but like they obviously knew that he was aiming for that. I just kind of wish that he had foreseen that possibility and brought extra slime blocks.
Yeah,
Because
the slime.
if you
Go
don't
ahead.
know, slime blocks do insta break with the fist.
I mean, that was when he basically bounced off the slime block. That was a hell of a save.
Yeah. Like there is the part where he trapped them in the ocean monument,
Yeah,
which was extremely clever.
and that was like perfect storm kind of stuff.
There was a play that I had wanted him to make for a very long time, and I was very satisfied to see that he did it. And I guess he was just saving it for the quote unquote final manhunt so they wouldn't see it coming. Make the
Which
portal,
was
go in, come back out, and wait.
yeah, that was smart.
It was. Like, of course, they wouldn't use the compass again because it would just point back to their spawn because he's no longer a valid target.
Right.
I don't remember anything else right offhand because it's been a couple days since I saw it.
The way he got into the end also had me chuckling. Where they blocked it off so he couldn't get in, but he did
Oh
manage
yeah,
to get in through the underneath of it.
yeah. That's something that he's done before though.
I know, but I got a kick out of it.
I think Nate is just smiling and nodding because he doesn't watch stream.
Yep.
I know I was getting a bit of anxiety thing because he was on one heart or a half a heart throughout most of the episode.
Yeah, like that's actually pretty common with the 4 and 5 hunters videos. That he's constantly low on health.
Yeah, I know, but the things he was doing while low on health, especially in the Nether.
Yeah. Man, like I have 2 potential titles for this episode, and one of them is just watch stream.
And free advertising is free advertising.
Yes, but also like the other title I have in mind is arguably more important. So I might just make my one-liner quip in the description.
Now, before we get into that later in the video, what you shared is part of what you want to talk about.
Yes.
Okay.
Like also I just like keep retweeting my own tweets.
I don't know. I came to this wanting to talk about so much, and now I'm getting nothing in my brain. So you know that map I shared recently?
Yeah.
It turns out it was fake. It was actually stolen from an artist, and someone tried to pass it off as a leak.
Yeah,
The
that's actually
artist
fairly
was
common.
furious.
Yeah.
The artist was furious.
Yeah, I bet. That's fairly common.
Like the dude was just trying to like flex artistic talent and fill out the map, which I think he did a great job.
Yeah,
at.
like that looks real.
Uh-huh. And all it is just going based off of the same art style and filling in Spain. That's all it was.
That also
And
kind of
you
like
got some.
that also kind of like explains why the font doesn't really match up with what we know to be the quote unquote Latin alphabet in the Pokemon universe.
Right. Exactly. And I mean, damn, that was a nice looking. I mean, I can see the map actually looking like that.
Yeah.
A thing I want to say, it is way too early to have leaks like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like I should like.
The main reason why I thought it might be real, not because it would be a leak, but because maybe there is some like other source or beyond the one video that we saw, or someone was just really good at filling things in, and that's plausible at this stage.
Yeah, like how Cleavor, Sneasler, and some other Ride Pokemon were revealed shortly after Legends was revealed, but no one actually.
Yeah, and it's like when Sword and Shield were in pre-release. There was like a very brief glimpse in one of the trailers of Toxtricity,
Mm-hmm.
and people kind of figured out that it would evolve from. I think Toxel got no. I think what it was is like Toxel got leaked after Toxtricity was seen in a trailer or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But then there's
like I was saying,
cases like how in Gen 5 we got Zekrom's type revealed early. We got Purloin revealed early because of different branches of the Pokemon Company fucking up.
yeah, that's the same thing with Mega Slowbro, the Korean Pokemon.
Mega Slowbro
Twitter?
and Mega Audino.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's the game's probably in what, early beta, late alpha at best.
Yeah.
Well,
There's
like
no way in how
okay,
any
so
localization or any kind of leak would be coming out at the moment.
So
oh fuck yeah, shiny. Sorry.
so the way that this stuff works is that by the time we see any gameplay, it's already almost done.
Mm-hmm.
There might be a few changes that they make here and there, like for example, the polygons in Leon's hair got fixed between pre-release and release, and like things like different sprites in Pokemon Platinum were tweaked, stuff like that. But by the time they show us anything, the game is already in an almost complete state.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, so you wouldn't say beta? Would you say beta?
I would say
or late alpha.
No, it's way past alpha. Alpha is not even like when they're in alpha, we're probably still in the active release cycle of the previous gen.
That makes sense. Yeah, because I've honestly never seen what a game looks like in alpha.
Okay, so in like Sardonyx's development cycle, I know it's probably not the same as an actual Pokemon game, but it's kind of the same principle. We had an alpha that lasted, I want to say, like 10 minutes, if you took your time, because it only went up to like the end of Route 1, basically.
So, like an alpha is just basically like a tech demo kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
An alpha is a proof of concept, a tech demo, or just something generally showing out how the game is supposed to be without actually being a significant part of the game. Whereas a beta, which is technically what we're in right now, is something more substantial. It shows you how the game is supposed to operate, shows you where the plot is going, what kind of thematic themes it's hitting, stuff like that.
Okay.
Did I just say thematic
you
themes?
Would say...
My brain is all over the place right now. I'm sorry.
It's fine. So you would say what we saw on Sunday would be
I would say
mid-beta?
No, I would say that is the equivalent of what Minecraft calls a release candidate, which means if assuming that no big issues are found, the game will be released as is.
Okay. Just with some minor graphical improvements.
Yes.
Okay.
I would argue that like the current dev build of Scarlet and Violet is probably in a completable state.
Probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just might be needing some polish here and there.
Right, definitely. And there's still no way it would be able to be leaked, anything from it.
Right. It would have to be leaked from someone actively developing it, which is possible. It's possible, but nobody would risk their job at the Pokemon Company for that.
Oh god, no, I would never. Like, I think once it gets into localization, leaks are more possible, but still rare.
The game might be in localization right now.
You think so?
Yeah, because all that is changing language files.
Good point. Plus, we don't know what else Pokemon has up their sleeves. This could be the generation they have voice acting for early things. But hey, don't, please. That's just a big hope for me.
I do not want voice acting in my Pokemon games.
Just for cutscenes. That's the only thing I'd ever want.
No.
I don't want to have to go through another Piers segment.
As long as they don't make a character sing and just nothing happening again.
Vocalizations, absolutely fine. We've had that since Gen 5. But, like, actual voice acting, no thank you.
Okay, fair. But you know what really upsets me a little bit?
What?
Later in Sword and Shield, we have Rose's theme, which has Latin being sung in it.
Yeah?
They couldn't do anything for Piers.
Yeah.
I feel... Well, no, that also just doesn't work as an argument, because I was gonna say, I feel like they save the vocalizations for really important characters, like endgame bosses and stuff, but then
we have Roxanne.
Roxy, not Roxanne. Roxanne is the Rock Gym leader from Hoenn.
Okay.
I mean, let's face it, Roxy is probably short for Roxanne.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if it's going, it's probably, she's probably named after the song. Okay.
And just the entirety of Elisa's gym in Black and White 2.
Right, that did have vocals on it. I forgot about that.
And there were those like weird segments where you could improve on the music that's being played, and the most notable one is Village Bridge, where you can hear someone vocalizing.
So it's been done before,
but that's not voice acting.
Well, I mean, if you have just one person singing a song, I think that would be okay.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, but I don't want actual voice acting.
I mean, I mostly agree, but that said, I think I wouldn't mind like Breath of the Wild style grunts.
We have that with Arceus.
Probably fine.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't played it.
Do we?
Oh, we'll get hit really hard or fall really far.
Okay.
I don't think that really counts.
Yeah, that's
no,
just
I don't.
That's Minecraft / Roblox style.
Oof.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, I don't know. I just like the idea of like for the major cutscenes to have some voice acting, but I can see the logistics problems that would cause.
It occurs to me, in an initial reveal trailer like we had with Scarlet and Violet, but any like trailer like that for any game, is the first trailer like, does it ever include dialogue?
You mean like a voiceover?
No. Does it include dialogue from the game?
No.
Okay, then that I think that we get the reveal trailers as the game is being localized then.
Oh, that would make sense. That's why there's no text on screen at all.
Yeah, except for like Pokemon alphabet.
Right. Oh, fuck.
Also, I have a cherry Coke right now.
Nice.
I ordered from Domino's an hour ago.
Ah.
That sounds good. I'm hungry.
It'll last me for a few days.
It does sound good,
so
but also I wouldn't be able to have it right now, or potentially ever again.
How come? If you can talk about it.
Oh, it's a while back I looked up stuff relating to some skin issues that I have. And I found out that it's potentially caused by an allergy to gluten.
Oh, that sucks. I remember you mentioning that. I'm bleeding.
Yeah. Oh no.
I remember you mentioning I don't know what I'm bleeding from. I'm just like bleeding from the top of my head. So go on. Yeah, I know the gluten suck. Being allergic to gluten would suck.
Yeah, it's one of those things that because I know a good deal about food and nutrition and stuff like that, like I know how to get around it. Like I can even like bake desserts and stuff that are gluten-free without like any issue whatsoever.
That's impressive because I know there's gluten in like everything almost.
So gluten really only comes from wheat, barley, and rye. That's it.
So no beer.
Yeah, no beer. But like it's really only those three things that ever have gluten in them.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is most of the American diet is based around wheat in particular.
Yep. A lot
But
of grainy food.
yeah, but if you know how to do things, it's not too bad.
Right. I mean, there is alternatives for a lot of things.
Yeah. And
Like
also there's this whole thing of not even getting like the stuff that's advertised as gluten-free, but just getting things that wouldn't have gluten in them anyway, you know?
Yeah. I mean, definitely go for things that have it not in it, period, rather than.
Yeah.
So you think that's 100% correct that you do have that allergy?
I mean, I probably won't know for like another few months because you have to get out all of it that's in your body. Plus, I still have all the uh, bumps and stuff that were there before I stopped eating gluten, and those have to die down.
Yeah. I know what you mean with the bumps. There's a certain color dye that I'm really allergic to.
Mm.
And I only found out while needle felting, and I ended up having these weird red bumps all up my arm. And it was terrifying, so I can only imagine how terrifying it is.
Yeah, it's one of those things where the best way I can describe it, it's these little bumps that are sometimes like pimples, sometimes a bit like blisters, and sometimes just a little raised bit of skin, but they're always super itchy. And they
terrible.
burn.
Does any ointment help it?
Maybe for a few minutes.
It's not long lasting then.
Nah.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry that happens.
But yeah, I'm really, hoping to at least get it figured out that, yeah, that's the problem. Because knowing what the problem is a huge, huge thing.
Right, definitely. Quote G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe.
I just took the opportunity while you two were talking to do some more typing on the page that I'm writing.
I'm still trying to find where I'm bleeding from. It's like I just feel a little dribble down my forehead, pull it away. Oh, I must be sweating. Oh, that's a lot of blood.
Oh.
Holy shit. Kind of reminds me of one time a YouTuber I watched, just a tooth dropped out of his mouth in the middle of recording.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
One time I woke up. Oh, I was a kid, but I woke up and a tooth promptly fell out.
Lucky you didn't swallow it.
I think I would have felt it.
I swallowed a tooth before.
I'm a light sleeper.
Oh. I'm not.
Unless I'm super tired, then I'm just dead to the world. Although that also reminds me of, like, just a while back, I was on Voice with Nate, and I was like, and this was when I bit off the taste bud. I was like, oh, I'm bleeding.
Yeah.
Oh, that one
felt really bad.
And earlier in the call, I had a spontaneous nosebleed and had to just repeatedly say, hold that thought while I got up.
I love how we were talking about potential leaks and we're on to getting hurt.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're the one that's bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to have stopped, but that's a little concerning.
It's probably just like
Ingrown
scalp
hair or a pimple.
problems.
Yeah. Oh, no, I have a very healthy scalp.
Mm.
Head and shoulders, thank you. Not sponsored. Hit me up.
Man, I have a new shampoo because like my local Walmart just kind of suddenly stopped carrying the shampoo that I use. So I had to get a similar one from a different brand, and it smells weird because I'm not used to it.
Oh my god.
But
Shiny alpha mammal swine.
ooh,
Whoa.
Nice.
That sounds terrifying, actually.
This is my first shiny alpha.
nice.
Like, that legitimately sounds terrifying.
My heart's beating a mile a minute. Oh my god. And it's all happening on camera too. What the fuck?
Nice.
This is why, if anybody's shiny hunting in this game, fly around the whole region before you leave. If I left after the outbreak, I would have never have seen this shit. And I apologize for any more outbursts that may happen.
That's fine. So we've had 20 minutes to get acclimated to this recording session. Do we want to move into the spicy stuff?
Sure, you go first.
I have a rant today.
Rant away.
I would like to just be in a room with all of these companies that are just making themselves heard on Twitter and punch them in the face.
Okay, well, you rant on this. I have an image to go find that I think you will love.
Okay, I can't. Well, I can look on my phone. Just tell me when you've posted it. But
All right.
We need to have like a law against companies that have absolutely no right to get themselves tangled up in world events and just prevent them from doing that.
I 100% agree.
Because nobody cares about your fucking virtue signaling. Not even you care about your fucking virtue signaling. You just care about your bottom line, and this is not doing anything for your bottom line except for maybe hurting it. If someone wasn't going to buy Cyberpunk, whatever, yes, that if someone wasn't already going to buy that, you choosing not to sell your games in Russia would not make them buy it. If like, I need to collect my thoughts on it. I have this like whole rant in my head earlier, but nobody cares if you decide that you don't want to sell your games to Russians. It's just, oh, little Boris is no longer able to play his favorite team in FIFA. Oh no, this will definitely stop the war.
You want to know something hilarious, though?
What?
The Russians are doing the same thing with us.
I mean,
they're smashing iPads and everything, and it's like, okay, that's money.
You know, like, honestly, good on them because we've done it first. Turnabout is fair play. But, like, and the fucking, like, some international cat thing is, like, not only banning Russian cat breeders, but also Russian cat breeds. Like, who does that help? Who does that help?
Yeah.
You could use this money to, instead of helping Ukrainian cat breeders, to just help Ukrainian refugees. And nobody, like, we don't need to breed more cats. They're everywhere. What we need to do is help the people who need assistance. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many times you say, we understand that Russian citizens have nothing to do with the war. It doesn't matter how how much you say that, it doesn't justify treating them like shit. It doesn't justify being just a shitty company run by shitty people who are refusing to sell their shitty products in Russia.
You know, the funny thing is, this is partially part of the rant I wanted to go on. Oh, stop stealing my thoughts.
No.
But great minds think alike. But it's madness. We're punishing the people for what the government's doing.
Yeah, stop.
People of Russia are rioting in the streets of Moscow, being arrested and disappearing because they don't want this war.
And, like, Google Pay and Apple Pay are refusing to work in Moscow. And who does that help? All you're doing is creating more upset, more angry citizens who are getting inconvenienced and in some cases getting hurt or getting evicted or whatever because they can't do the things that they're used to doing on a daily basis because one person decided to start a war.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, nobody cares about your virtue signaling. It doesn't matter if you, like, paint your boobs blue and yellow or decide to, like, rename your chicken dish or whatever.
Are we going to be changing the name of White Russians? Because I might have a problem with that because I fucking love White Russians.
I don't know what that means.
It's an alcoholic drink mix. It's Kahlua, vodka, and heavy cream. It's delicious.
But I will say, you know, it admittedly is a bit of virtue signaling, but I actually liked how the Pokemon Company dealt with it. They donated to a charity.
Yes, exactly. Take that money. They did it right. Take that money that you're supposedly getting from... Okay, one thing. Stop refusing to sell your stuff in Russia, because Russians will still buy it, and take that money that you get from Russia and donate it to Ukraine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All they're doing is that they're just going to be causing problems for what happens after this war.
This is like the same shit that happens every year in fucking June, where the corporations, they don't care what the actual issue is. They just want more money. They just want their bottom line. They want outrage clicks. They want sympathy clicks. They want... They're just baiting people.
They want your money, and they'll do whatever they have to do to get it.
They don't care.
That's why every June there's rainbow flags over every business. That's why during Black History Month there was an African flag. It was a traditional garb color, you know, the green, black, orange, and stuff.
Yeah.
They put that over their profile pictures. And all that is hey, we were using this sales tactic to try to lure you into buy something you probably never even think of buying. Period.
We support the current thing.
Yeah, did you see that thing? Did you see that thing I posted?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. That's exactly what the fuck's going on right now. And I know you know how they say history doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes?
I have never heard that.
I've heard it before, yeah.
Okay, but easy to say, history repeats itself.
Okay, but...
we are doing the same thing to Russia
that we did to Germany and Japan.
People. No. This is Germany World War I I'm talking about.
I'm thinking Germany and Japan World War II.
See, this is worse. Because with the Treaty of Versailles and what we did to the German people after World War I, that led to the rise of Nazi Germany.
It did.
And now we are repeating the same exact mistake, making the Russian people pay for the mistakes of their stupid communist government, trying to reestablish a Russian empire that fell generations ago because of the same stupid shit by the same stupid people.
But
and now they're repeating the mistake. Well, you know what I mean. It's the same type of mental military thinking from the Russians.
I'm just memeing. Don't you know it's not really communism because true communism hasn't been tried yet?
Oh, fuck those commies. Sounds like that's just all fucking commie gobbledygook.
Yeah.
Literal
communist propaganda.
And we are creating a precedent where we may see a rise of a terrible power because the Russian people will come to hate everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
And when that happens, and they will use nuclear weapons. They won't be afraid. They're not afraid now. We are staring down the face of Armageddon, and this is the first time I've ever thought that.
Yeah, the quote that I was thinking was, "Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it."
And boy, are we.
Oh, yeah. Like, did we not learn from the first two world wars?
Yeah.
Apparently not.
And I want to say this right quick. Fuck Putin. He's an idiot right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's saying he's going into the Ukraine to stop the Nazis.
You're
Okay,
about 60, 70, 80 years too late for that.
Yeah. And last time I checked, Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, he's Jewish. Nazis, real Nazis, huh?
Yeah. Or technically, I think like the common theory is that Hitler was also partially Jewish.
Mm-hmm. He was half Jewish.
Yeah.
His mother was Jewish.
Oh, okay.
His mother was Jewish.
Mm.
Supposedly. That's like Kellyanne said, that's a theory. Like, there's no hard evidence. But he definitely looks more Jew than German. Or would he be Austrian?
I think he was German.
It gets kind of muddy because, like, in terms of actual, like, racial stuff rather than just culture and language, it gets messy around that area.
Right.
Anywhere where, people have lived for a very long time with multiple empires rising and falling, it's gonna get messy when you talk about race.
Yeah.
And we're just heading headfirst into something the world isn't ready for.
Yep.
Like I don't want to sound depressing or be a doomsayer, but everyone listening right now, I think it's time we all start learning survival skills so we can be useful if shit hits the fan. And it's not hard. It's not hard. Just look up certain things to pack away. And another thing, which I find funny, is when you brought up with the Apple Pay stuff, that goes to show you digital currency is worthless.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is worthless.
Yeah.
The only thing that matters is cold hard cash, and even when the society breaks down and cold hard cash will no longer be feasible, bartering will be returning.
Yep.
Gold, silver.
Yeah.
And here's something you will never think which would be a good bartering thing in I hate to say post-apocalyptic, but in a scenario like that. Eyeglasses.
Yep. A lot of the world's population has terrible eyesight because of the advent of digital screens.
Mm-hmm. I know my vision I used to have beyond perfect vision, beyond 20/20. Not beyond 20/20 anymore.
Yeah, my vision started failing, I think, when I was like 12, and it had nothing to do with screens or anything. It's because when I was 4, I had a very high fever, and that can apparently fuck with your vision later in life.
Oh yeah, it can make you go blind, like scarlet fever especially.
Yeah, my half-sister had scarlet fever when she was a kid, and I had E. coli.
Yeah, so yeah, that can definitely affect a lot of things further in line, further into the future. You're lucky you didn't lose your vision.
It's starting to go, but I don't think it's going for a long time. So
that's a scary thing to even think of.
it like more than once I've thought, and I would rather die than go blind because I'm a super visual person, and I cannot
losing a sense like that. It's
I cannot do what I do right now if I am not able to see.
Yeah.
I mean, as like I I want to say it, but I'm definitely the same way because when artists lose their ability to do art, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like if I lost my hands or my eyesight, I mean, eyesight, maybe I can get away with it, blind artist.
But when
at least draw.
I work in a purely digital medium and I can't use my tactile senses to do art, so I would have to use my eyes.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I'm thankful for the medical breakthroughs we are seeing currently. Blindness won't be a permanent thing someday. We will have cybernetics that can make us see again.
I look forward to seeing that because, like, technology has progressed so rapidly, even just within our lifetimes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is a thing I love to point out. Between the Wright brothers' first flight and putting a man on the moon, what was that? 60 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That blows my mind every time I hear that.
Technology progresses exponentially.
And it just gets faster and faster.
Yeah. That's why in the 80s, we thought that we were going to have flying cars by 2015.
I thought that in the 50s as well.
Yeah.
And I'm someone who firmly believes that any technology you see being used nowadays is stuff that was developed at most, or I should say at least, 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What we're seeing come out in terms of new technology, and amazing things, it's not what is being researched currently.
Right. Take a look at the microwave oven. If memory serves correct, the microwave oven was made accidentally when trying to develop radar.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of things like that were developed accidentally.
Mm-hmm. Like I think
the guy was working on a radar dish and had a chocolate bar in his pocket, and the chocolate bar melted, and he's like, "Oh."
And thus becomes the microwave oven.
Yeah, basically.
But like, we are living. I mean, look at Elon Musk's tech. It's Starlink, for example, where he's basically going to be giving the internet to the whole world.
Oh, that just reminds me of that goddamn Elon Musk meme where it's like there's like a yacht or something, and it's labeled Silicon Valley, and then in the background you see some guy doing some weird water ski thing, and it's labeled whatever Elon Musk is doing.
But like, go back 10 years, we wouldn't see this surge of electric cars.
Yeah.
As we see it now. It was a thing laughed about.
Yeah.
And now our government's pushing it on the people. And yet, we're also afraid of nuclear technology.
Any car made in the it made or imported into the United States, if it's been made after 2022, it has to have a rear view camera.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Like, they put that law into effect that any new car has to have a rear view camera.
It's like, we had an old Malibu when I was growing up. It was like year one of that particular model, and my dad would always tell me that it didn't come with seatbelts, and there was some like law in California at the time where because the car didn't actually come with seatbelts, it wasn't actually required to have them.
Yeah.
But he put them in anyway because he had kids. So
right.
Oh, that I just want to tell a funny story about seatbelts.
Go ahead.
My grandma, she was, and just one of those. I mean, she was kind of a shithead. Let's face it. But like, I had cousins that were very notorious for not wearing seatbelts, and the way she got them to wear seatbelts was, if they were in her car, she would be like, she wouldn't actually start it up. And is somebody not wearing their seatbelt? The car won't start.
Oh man,
see, we had my dad did brake checks if I didn't have my seatbelt on in the background, back in the back seat.
Brake checks are really dangerous.
Oh yeah, I was fine. I used to love it when I was little. That was whack job.
I'm reminded of just like those lies that parents tell their kids to get them to do things that are good for them. That reminds me of something that I saw on Twitter, I think it was, where someone was recounting how their parents would tell them that their parents would tell them that they used to have a brother that turned into a mushroom because he wouldn't bathe, and there was even just like a black and white photo of a mushroom in the family albums.
I saw that too.
I've never heard of that.
I know exactly what thread or whatever Kuda saw. I saw it too.
It was probably shared by Muddy or something.
Maybe. No, I would have seen it on Reddit, I think.
Oh. No, I definitely saw it on Twitter.
I mean, that doesn't mean it was exclusive to Reddit.
It might have. Do you follow the memes or not Discord, Reddit? Because I follow a bot on Twitter that just it cross posts posts from r/memes to Twitter.
Yeah, I don't follow memes. So.
Okay. But it was a funny thing to think about. Also, pulling back to the Russia-Ukraine thing for a minute. Earlier, I slipped in a quip about it doesn't matter if you paint your boobs blue and yellow, and nobody commented on it, and now I'm just wondering, I made that up. Did it just not surprise anyone?
I cannot confirm or deny I've seen it.
I made that up.
As I said, I cannot confirm. The reason why I didn't react to it is because I cannot confirm nor deny if I've seen that exact thing happen.
Which means you have.
Uh-huh. Hey, you see a lot of weird shit browsing on 9gag.
Like I said, I made it up, and I'm not even surprised to hear that it's a real thing.
Oh yeah, porn stars will do anything for attention.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially
I brought that up because OnlyFans banned its Russian creators and then immediately reinstated them when the internet threw a fit.
I'm not going to keep I'm just keeping my mouth shut with this one.
Okay.
I don't think your family watches this podcast. Phoenix.
Oh, I don't care if my family knows. I'm just going to say Russian women are extremely attractive. Can you imagine the user base of OnlyFans being pissed? How pissed they would get? Russian women are known for their beauty.
Probably about as pissed when OnlyFans threatened to, or not even threatened, they were about to remove all the porn.
And I would have died laughing if that happened.
Well, the reason that happened was because the bank that was handling all of their finances was like, "Oh, we can't have our bank tied to porn," and OnlyFans was like, "Yeah," and OnlyFans was like, "Wait, shit." You know?
Yeah.
Didn't they also specify that people could still post their news, but otherwise,
as long as it's artistically done, they could post nudity. But if it was hardcore sex, it was a no. I mean, let's face it, porn is the only reason people use OnlyFans. I've never seen anything else on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
There's
I do
one
not
channel
use
I've
OnlyFans.
heard of.
You don't need to explain yourself, Phoenix.
I'm just culturally enriched on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, if you want
osmosis.
If you want to support creators, then go to Ko-fi.
Exactly. Also, shop on Etsy.
Oh, I just that reminds me. I went on a bit of a shopping spree on Etsy, bought a bunch of enamel pins, and I got a few of them within the last few days. And once I get the rest of them, then I'll take a big photo of all my enamel pins, and that'll be fun. Because I collect those.
I will always suggest this as an artist. Support your local artists, people. Yep. Don't buy, if you want something really cute, don't buy it on Alibaba or Wish. Buy it from Etsy because you're going to be making an artist's day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Etsy is full of really talented people, and it can get a little expensive, but it's well worth it for the quality that you're getting.
Exactly, you're getting handcrafted stuff.
I have, I can actually just pull this on screen. I have this circular wood carving thing of Hattie and Skull going around in a yin yang shape. And it's that quote about the two wolves. Which
there's two wolves inside.
There's two wolves inside. No, it's not the full thing. The top says there are two wolves inside you, and the bottom says, "Which one will you feed?"
I've only seen the meme ones of those.
Yeah.
Also, I've never really looked at Etsy. Is there a way to look on Etsy for people local to your area?
Or maybe.
Is it just...
I think there is.
Because I'm looking at the website right now, and I don't see anything like that.
I thought there was.
I was just curious.
I know my friend, I'll give her a shout out, Fusro Sarah, follow her on Twitch, even though she doesn't do it anymore. She uses Etsy all the time, and it's usually from local artists.
I found it. Yeah, it was $60, and I have it in my windowsill, and I love the thing. And I've bought so many enamel pins off of Etsy, most of which cost upwards of $10, as much as $20 in some cases.
Enamel pins are expensive to make.
Yeah, and I collect them. So of course I'm going to buy ones that I like, especially from something like Etsy. The only thing that I don't like about shopping on Etsy is that I'm just searching for enamel pins, and all I see is things like a face mask pin that says it goes above the nose, and just various BLM pins or pride pins or whatever. And I don't care about this stuff. I don't go to Etsy to virtue signal. I go to Etsy to find cool foxes and dragons on pins and buy them.
They don't give you specific searches?
No, I just search enamel pin.
Oh, okay, so you're just getting you're probably just getting what sells well, and people are going to virtue signal and buy that stuff.
Yeah.
If I was making enamel pins, I'd make them too because I know they'd sell fast. That's why I made that joke one time. Remember we were talking about furry art?
Yeah.
I was I would do that because I know it would sell fast.
Yeah.
And I then proceeded to never do any. I
wonder if I can find this. Damn. I search super straight pin, and I just see a bunch of anti-super straight.
How can you be anti-super straight?
Well, if you just go onto Etsy and search super straight pin, I don't know if your results will be different, but the first one is token straight friend. The second is an actual red circle with a line through it of the orange and black flag. Then next to it is a super not straight sticker. Then you have the actual button pins that are the heterosexual black and white straight pride flag, where it's just a bunch of grayscale stripes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see anything of the actual super straight flag.
Is it bad? I don't know if it's bad if I find it offensive, but I find it offensive, the token white friend shit.
Yeah.
It's like I would never call a black friend the token black friend. That's terrible.
Yeah.
But it's never mind. That this would get this video banned so fast if I actually go on that rant.
I mean, there is the also wasn't the pin saying token straight friend?
Yeah.
No. Oh, I thought it was token straight white.
Token straight friend.
Oh. So.
Yeah. That has the same
sense.
energy of women in a workplace talking about the gay friend,
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's.
I think that might be the point.
Yeah, I know. It's making fun of them, but then also it's a bit tone deaf, I think.
And I think it's good to reiterate that this podcast is recorded by a group of many races and many cultures.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh,
one, we're all American, so that means that we don't have a culture.
oh shit! Our culture's conquering the world.
Yeah.
Our culture's deep fried Oreos, fried pickles, cheeseburgers.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but 3 of us are white.
Well, you have Native American blood in you.
Yeah,
that
fair.
counts. I'm white and a mutt of God knows what.
I am extremely white.
Oh, can we kill a quick stereotype about white people real quick?
Huh.
Sure.
We don't know how to cook. We don't know how to use spices and don't know how to cook. Everyone who says that, go fuck yourself.
I'm gonna point at Nate.
Yeah, spices are my thing.
Nate is a chef.
Yeah.
I grew up in an Italian.
I'm
a. See, we're breaking this. I grew up in an Italian family. I know the value of good spices.
I like rosemary and thyme, and that's the extent of my spices.
Oh, I have a full cabinet full of spices.
Well, I have a full spice rack, but I only ever really use rosemary and thyme, and sometimes sage. I skip the parsley.
I think it says a lot. When Nate was talking about cardamom before, I knew exactly what he was talking about.
Yeah. Everyone, Nate is a chef. He is a damn good chef. He sent me white chocolate brownies one time, and they were very good.
Please, can we sure, I'm sure there are some white people who don't know how to use salt. But it's not all white people. If you want to say that, then you're saying all Italians don't know how to cook. All Polish don't know how to cook. All Germans don't know how to cook.
Listen, I don't know how to cook, and it's not because I'm white. It's because I was never actually really taught.
No, it's also an art form. Not everyone can do it. It's like you have to have a passion for it.
The extent of my cooking is either it goes in the microwave or it goes in the oven, and I can forget about it.
I saw that ham steak you made with the eggs. That was fucking amazing looking.
My worker helped me with that.
Still, you did it.
If I ever show photos of eating really good like that, chances are my worker helped me. Oh, I made frappes for the first time on Tuesday because I got a blender.
Ah, nice. Blenders are fun. There's so many cool things you can do with a blender.
It came out too watery, and I think that's just because of I put too much liquid in it, and that's about it. Because it wasn't blending properly, so I just poured a can of nitrated Starbucks coffee, which does weird things to ice cream, which is what I was using in place of milk and sugar.
Are you talking about the nitro the nitro cans? Yes. Oh, I just started buying those. Those are delicious.
They are. I bought 2 cans. I used one to make bootleg affogatos, and the other went into the frappe. And I think that was a mistake because nitrated coffee does weird things to ice cream.
Yep. What does it do to the ice cream?
It changes the... Have you ever poured salt on ice?
Yeah.
It does that.
Oh.
It changes the texture. It makes it not... It does something to the cream or something. I'm not sure. It's weird to explain.
It might curdle it.
That might be it.
I mean, I don't know for sure,
Like
but
it tasted fine.
like-
It was just a really weird texture.
yeah, it kind of sounds like it curdled the cream.
Oh, that's what was shiny. I got my third shiny.
Oh,
Nice.
Cricketot.
Cricketot.
Whatever.
I'm
'Cause
going
it's a
to just
toddler.
continuously.
It's a cricket toddler, so cricketot.
I'm going to
Well,
continuously.
I can't say anything bad about it because I did use it in Diamond and Pearl, and it was a fucking great Pokemon.
I'm just going to correct your pronunciation every time you mispronounce something.
Be careful, I can break balls by doing this now. I
Okay.
am a ball breaker.
I don't have any, so that's
Gratna.
fine.
Gratna.
Now, see, if I know you're doing it ironically, then I'll ignore it.
Because you know damn well I know how to pronounce Garatina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this was the shiny. I know I heard a shiny sparkle, and this is a weird color.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a shiny. Kind of a shame. It's orange.
Mm.
But hey, I'm catching shinies on camera. I'm so going to start streaming shiny hunts.
So I'm going to quickly copy this, and I guess my viewers will catch a glimpse of the Foxfire Discord as I paste this in.
Oh no, they're going to see what I posted.
Actually, I should go to voice contact, shouldn't I?
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah, I've been working on that. And I have the main hub page done. I've been working on the FAQ, which is almost done. I just need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more sections at the end.
Oh, the official Raven Rock site.
Raven Rock?
Yeah.
That's a
Well, it says Raven Rock. Raven Rock. What
No,
the
it doesn't.
Mumble Mouth.
Raven Rock is a place in Solstheim.
Also
Yeah.
a place in Fallout.
Huh.
Also a place in real life.
Ragnarok Raven.
Ragnarok Raven.
Raven Rock.
What the hell?
It's good. It's looking really good.
To be fair, Giga, considering that they call it the Black Rock all the time, would you say that that island is a Raven Rock?
No.
This looks really good.
Yeah. Giga yelled at me when I had a previous screenshot in here.
And I still don't understand the problem.
Our site is not a shit post.
You say that, but I have Jetstream here saying that he will exist sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, that I can get behind, but just like, hey, you can make choices. Wash hands.
Yes.
I feel
It was meant to, like, just showcase that some of the choices are silly, because they are.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Also, like, this website made me finally make a Petra sprite.
Oh, I remember what the rant I wanted to go on is.
Oh boy.
Not really a rant, and I've said it before. It's fact checkers.
Oh, yeah.
Who fact checks the fact checker?
Themselves.
And-
Also, I love when fact checkers go, like, mostly false on things that are, like, well, it's true,
100% true.
but we want to spin the narrative in a different way.
Like
Like that time
it
then
just-
Biden shit his pants.
which time?
The one that the internet was freaking out about.
Oh, in the Vatican.
Yeah.
I love how that's not 100% confirmed, but it happened.
I mean, the thing was that didn't it register as mostly false from the fact checkers?
I don't like being told what I'm seeing with my own eyes isn't true.
I'm still getting that thing on retweeting like articles of things on. Do you want to read the article first? Even on
Have you read it?
Even on things like just Cerebi putting out an article on some new Pokemon thing.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I got that prompt on a Cerebi article.
It's getting to the point where we're not going to be allowed to retweet. I guarantee they're going to take the retweet button away.
Oh, they've kind of already started doing that because I was browsing. I've already told you guys about this. I was browsing a tweet thread about the vaccine, and there was a post that I was not allowed to interact with aside from quote tweeting it. And I quote tweeted it out of spite when I wouldn't have interacted with it otherwise. I was not allowed to reply to it. I was not allowed to like it. I wasn't even allowed to retweet it normally.
Soon, Twitter is just going to be a site that forces the information they create down your throat.
And that's when I will leave Twitter.
Oh, I've kind of already left Twitter.
No, you haven't.
I just post my YouTube shit on Twitter because that's where all my followers are.
And you post your shinies. You say that you've left Twitter, but you have not left Twitter.
It's. I can say I left Facebook. All I do with Facebook is play a game on there.
Okay, everyone should leave Facebook.
Facebook's creepy. Facebook is to the point where it's just gross. I think this goes along with something you shared recently. I know you wanted to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
How Discord will be banning people if they post quote-unquote misinformation on other sites.
Yeah, Discord can now ban you for off-platform activity, which anyone who has strong opinions and has their Twitter linked to their Discord, unlink it.
Yeah, seriously.
I do have my art Twitter linked to my Discord, but I don't post my spicy takes on that. And my normal account is protected.
I just find that a very disgusting thing because who determines what is true? Literally something that go back, I think not even 10 days, people would, the government and the CDC was saying Omicron wasn't better than the vaccine. Now they're saying it's thanks to Omicron, the virus, the pandemic's reaching its end. What is real and what isn't? You can't play games like this.
Also, if like there is the 1 in 1 million chance that some Discord mod is listening to our conversation right now, fuck you. Check your own staff before you worry about random users.
Fucking commie pig.
What the fuck?
Hey, you know I have a strong stance against commies.
No, I'm just thinking of a very specific person who last I heard was a official Discord mod. I don't know if they are still on staff, but that person is known for quite a lot of shit in the furry community.
Oh. Shit as in drama?
It depends on who you ask.
Are they one of those Nazi furries?
No. Kind of the opposite.
Those people boggle my mind.
Well, I mean, I'm mutuals with Foxler, and he's what most people would consider a Nazi furry.
Age worlds we live in.
Yeah. But no, the issue with the person I'm thinking of has nothing to do with politics and more to do with something that the furry community is getting increasingly known for. Even though it's already kind of a stereotype, and I'm not going to go further into it because there is that 1 in a million chance that someone from Discord is listening.
Are we talking about crimes against nature?
Yes.
Okay. Fucking sickos. Please, if you want to ban me for saying that, please do. I don't want to be on your site if you support that.
Now, I don't know if this person is still on Discord staff, but I haven't heard anything about him getting removed, so I'm just going to assume yes.
That's creepy. Why is it all these sites to seem they have all sorts of kind of degenerates being mods? And how many people from Twitch were ousted as either complete sex offenders or pedophiles?
Remember that guy who got promoted as a Twitch community moderator and spent his first stream afterwards talking about how he was going to abuse his power?
San?
I don't know. It's the guy that thinks he's a deer.
Oh, that wasn't that. Oh God, that. Never mind. I know who you're talking about. Oh, that.
I
Oh God, no! I don't want to remember that. I had that blocked out. I remember that. I remember the drama that person caused. Jesus fucking Christ!
Listen, if the first thing that you do upon becoming an authority figure is talk about how you're going to abuse that authority, you don't deserve to be an authority figure.
Yeah.
A good king doesn't. Oh, how the fuck did Tywin put it? Oh, I can't remember the quote from Game of Thrones. It's such a good quote. About something about if you have to scream that you're king, you're not truly king.
Yeah, he was talking to Joffrey, I think.
Yeah. Talking more like scolding.
Yeah.
And I know what season you guys on?
We just finished 4.
Is the 4 starts with the purple wedding, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so the little brother's king, technically.
Yes. Tommen.
Okay, so, and yeah, he also Tommen. He mentions Tywin mentions something to him as well, but along the same lines about being true leadership.
Yep. I remember that scene, I just don't remember what he said.
But at least you all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And that's the most important
I do. I don't know if Giga does because he doesn't input his opinion on things usually.
Well, we get him to input his opinions once we start talking some real bad bombastic shit.
Yeah. And the world is a strange place right now.
Mm-hmm. Like literally. At least we weren't at the verge of nuclear war before.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, still.
People like to claim that we were when Trump was president, but no.
No. We were never this close to annihilation.
A reminder that Trump had one singular airport bombed, and then Russia shut up for 3 years.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because Trump, it came out, Trump threatened both Xi Jinping and Putin that if they ever tried doing anything, he would go right for Moscow and right for Beijing.
Yeah. And now look at what's happening.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Biden's been president for a year now, and we're looking at World War III.
Yep.
And, of course, you're going to have the people who will say, oh, that's because Trump was in their pocket. They wouldn't do anything to stop him. Really? Really, when he threatens them to annihilate their city and kill their civilians, sure, that's a bad thing to do as a president. You really think he's in their pocket still after going that nutty?
Something. It was staged, but we all know it wasn't.
Oh, just remember, Orange Man bad, no more bad tweets, lick the ice cream and let the little kids touch Joe Biden's leg hair.
Restart to finish installing updates.
Speaking of malfunctions in the machine, I want to share videos with you guys.
Yeah.
I don't mind the commentary on it. It's only like a couple seconds long, but I gotta ask a serious question. What the fuck?
Where is video?
Oh, then I'll send it. Okay, no, it must be on the other channel. Because seriously, if you watched the, I assume none of you watched the State of the Union.
Oh, no, I heard about that.
I think you know what I'm going to share, but what the fuck?
I've heard.
I burped. I apologize. That's the first time I've ever burped on camera.
I keep burping because I've been drinking soda. Yeah,
I'm just hungry, and it's one of those hungry burps. I eat late on Thursdays just because I don't want my stomach growling while we're recording because that's embarrassing. But please tell me what the fuck.
Oh, I've seen
one being stationed at base is breathing in toxic smoke from burn pits.
Why is she?
There's a lot of them. This is why I say there should be age limits for politics. Nancy Pelosi's 81 years old.
Yeah.
And it's clear she's not firing on all cylinders if she gets this excited over soldiers breathing in toxic.
Also, how old is Trump?
Trump's in his late 70s. Trump's not a young chicken. He's old.
Okay, I knew that he was old. I just wasn't sure how old.
I would say age limits, and even if it did make Trump not able to run again, I would say no. It's like if you're at a certain age, and I don't want to come off as ageist because I know there's some older people who function like they're in their 20s, being old.
My mom was one of them.
My grandfather's 85, and he functions like he's in his 60s. God bless him. But it's just like these are the people running our fucking country.
Yeah.
And she got all excited over soldiers breathing in cancerous fumes. Fucking hell.
What the hell?
Right?
Also, I've been focused on Discord for a bit, and my viewers are just getting a glimpse of the shenanigans. There's just Nate spamming garden pass sentences at the top of the screen.
Oh, yeah. Also, one thing I kind of wanted to say earlier, never really got a chance, but I'm actually surprised that the international war crisis is coming before the labor crisis.
That already happened.
No, we haven't hit the actual labor crisis.
Oh, you're talking about Great Depression levels.
Yeah, and by that I mean the labor crisis caused by automation and computing.
Oh, that. You mean like robots replacing everybody?
Yeah, because we're at a critical point where we need to make a decision on how to deal with that.
Yeah, and it's going to happen whether we like it or not because cheap labor.
Yeah.
Like, it's already happened in my Walmart to a great extent. Yep. We have no more cashiers. We are all self-checkouts where I live.
Yeah.
And that's because they raised the minimum wage to over $15 here. Walmart's like, okay, we'll just replace you with machines.
Yeah.
And I know there's that flagship McDonald's, and there's a lot of McDonald's doing it, where they're replacing the entire staff with a robot who does it more faster and more efficient.
Jeez.
And it's one of those things where even if you ignore the complete automation like that, you have things coming out that make work easier for people, that let one person do the job of 10 people. So where do those other 9 jobs go?
Into the ether.
Yeah. We're reaching a point where we need to decide to do something about that, because we can still we'll still be able to handle it if we actually think about what to do, if we have a plan. But if we just keep going without worrying about what will happen when all the jobs are gone, there's going to be problems.
Especially if Especially if idiot leaders decide to just get rid of jobs by, I don't know, stopping work on a pipeline.
Yeah, and then and then get involved. Never mind.
Are we involved
something,
yet?
Something sanctions, something buying oil from Russia.
Okay. Yep.
My dad told me today he was paying over $4 for gas today.
Wow.
Jeez.
And he drives for what he does for work. He goes all over the state of New York for. So you can imagine our gas bill.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The company doesn't reimburse him well for the gas prices.
Yeah, any job that involves driving does not reimburse people very well for the actual driving.
It does not.
And the best part is Canon, the company, gave him a raise on gas mileage he uses.
Wait, Canon as in like the printer company?
As in the printer company, yes. If I was a technician for them.
Nice.
And they gave him a gas price increase. How much he gets for it? For a whole 3 cents.
I was gonna say $3 is actually pretty good.
$3 would be amazing. No, it was 3 pennies.
Huh.
I mean, we're coming with like Nate was saying with the robot shit, the automation. We're on the verge of self-driving cars.
Yeah.
And they're already going headfirst into self-driving tractor-trailer trucks. What happens when we lose the backbone of our nation?
Yeah.
Literally the people who deliver what we buy, robots. What happens to them?
Yeah.
They go on a countrywide truck convoy and start
It's already
everywhere.
happening.
That's the point.
It's happening. It's on its way to DC now.
That's the point I'm making.
Honk honk.
Insert goose.
Just remember, people who get upset over the truckers doing this, remember, if they strike, the country collapses.
Yeah.
Yep. And I keep hearing people calling them neo-Nazis and stuff, and I've not really seen any evidence that that's a majority. Just like maybe a few minority people in there might be Nazis. But
well, I know Antifa members were arrested with Nazi flags in Canada posing as truckers. So
that might be where it's coming from, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My problem with the whole trucker convoy thing is that, to me, I have to ask the question of, are they really accomplishing their goal?
Yeah.
It seems to me like all they're doing is annoying the people that live there. That they aren't, actually affecting anybody that can do anything about their problems.
Yeah.
And at most, they're just letting their voices be heard.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, especially in the case with Trudeau, it's falling on deaf ears.
Yeah. Like, it's a smaller scale version of what's going on with Russia, I would say. Where it's not actually helping anyone, it's just making innocent bystanders inconvenienced.
Yeah.
Are you talking about what they're doing, what the companies are doing? Or
like
to the government?
No, just like the truckers are like disturbing the peace and blocking roads and stuff, and that's not really helping their cause at all.
Nope. I mean, we didn't like it when Black Lives Matter blocked highways and roads.
Yeah. Oh, I do like actively say that it is okay that if protesters are blocking the roads, play chicken with them.
Out loud. Don't say it out loud. That's the one thing I will say. Don't say that one out loud.
I didn't say anything directly. I just said play chicken.
That's just the one because that would be YouTube would be like, oh, they're issuing threats, take them down.
I didn't say to do anything directly. Just
We cannot confirm nor deny what she is saying.
Bok.
Also, when did YouTube make it impossible to tell when a video was posted? Jesus Christ.
Recently. Not recently. I mean, about sometime this year. I know that much.
Like, I'm just gonna link a video, but I'm trying to remember when it was first uploaded, and I cannot find that information anywhere.
It should be in the description.
They've recently done this weird thing where if you click show more in the description, it just like opens up on the side, and I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, neither do I. That's stupid. YouTube needs to realize, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Google should have never bought YouTube.
But anyway, just on the subject of automation, that's a good video for it.
Humans need not apply.
Yep.
It was posted August 13th, 2014. It's under for me. It's under the title.
I mean, unless I'm blind. Huh.
Hang on, I'm gonna click in now.
I mean, it's a 15-minute long video. I'm not saying like watch it now. It's just
no. I see what Phoenix sees.
What are you using, Nate? Firefox or Chrome?
Firefox.
Same.
Okay, I'm using Chrome. I see someone doesn't have the ability to see dislikes, though.
I do.
I highly suggest everyone get that.
Yeah. It's a thing of laziness for me. I'd have to go and grab an add-on.
Right.
And
it's like 2 seconds.
I know.
I will say one thing. If you're going to dislike the video, please explain in the comments why you disliked it.
Yeah.
Like if Little Susie dislikes this video because we talked about against communism, please write in the comments that you support communism so we can laugh at you.
That was a nice redirect. There have been a few cases where I have disliked a video, and I spelled out in the comments exactly why. Because I'm one of those people that is fully aware that dislikes do the exact same thing as likes for the algorithm. It counts as an interaction. It tells the algorithm that the video is worth interacting with. And like the most recent one, I think, was when Loxton was doing a video on his Fakemon region. And since he was doing a region based on the Pacific Northwest, and there were like bits of Idaho in there, and he spent an entire video just ragging on Idaho and how like conservative it is and stuff. And I disliked the video and kind of explicitly said, yeah, some of this came off as really mean-spirited.
I hope he knows Idaho has a lot of growing land. If Idaho decided to shut their doors to all the other states, it would lose out on a lot of farming.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't mind missing out on potatoes.
I don't think that he was really intending to be mean, but it did come off as mean-spirited.
He doesn't like conservatives, then?
No, I don't think it was that. It was just like about how conservative it was. I don't know.
I mean, when I'm with my family, I'll make jokes at the expense of Idaho because my family has ties to Idaho. We're basically all Idahoans at heart. So, jokes
but
at the
I
expense
don't think
of Idaho
that applies to Loxton.
No, it doesn't.
Because he's from California.
Not much to go off of on this.
And I like Logston. He does occasionally have a miss in his videos, but
he has some good videos. I will admit.
By and large, I do like his content, but when he misses hard.
Is he like a super lefty?
It's complicated. I don't think he's a super lefty. He is left-leaning, but when Trump was elected, he had some very sane takes on it. I think he strives to be objective about things. He's not like one of the rabid leftists or anything. He is left-leaning from what I can tell, but he's not fanatical about it.
That we can tell. That you can tell.
Right. Everything that I've seen him post on social media and stuff suggests that he's a moderate and is fully aware of the other perspective.
It's when you start attacking the other side.
Yeah, he doesn't do that kind of thing.
Okay. I've seen a lot of madness, and I mean madness, on YouTube, especially recently.
Yeah. There was like one video where he said something about the quote-unquote queer community, and I could tell that he just didn't realize that was a slur to a lot of people.
Oh no, because the LGBT.
I just say LGBT.
I know. The Phoenix words, or how to use them. It's sometimes I fear the mafioso way they are.
Yeah.
If you look at them the wrong way, they try to cancel you.
Yeah, like he had a fake mon called Coonsum, which was really a clever name. It was like a trash compactor raccoon, which was super clever. And
let me guess, because he used a certain word in the name.
People told him to change its name. And he did, because he didn't realize that.
Okay, but hold on. That is also a term for a raccoon, though.
Yes. But
yes, it's also a racial slur, but
more
come on now.
It's more important to these people that it's a slur, despite being used in an actual proper context. God forbid these guys ever see a Maine Coon cat.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, like, he didn't realize it was a slur. People told him, and he changed his name. I basically treat him saying queer the same way. Because he sees people using it in a positive light, and he assumes that it's no longer a slur. Or if he ever knew it was a slur in the first place, which I think everyone at this point knows. But I can see him very easily assuming that it's a fine word to say, not realizing that a lot of LGBT people do still see it as a slur.
No, I was always taught that was a no-no word.
And I don't know if he saw my comment. I don't know if he took it to heart, but he hasn't said it since.
Maybe he did.
Yeah.
Or maybe he has no reason to virtue signal for that side.
Yeah.
Yet.
He doesn't really do virtue signaling. Like, I don't think he's even commented on the whole Ukraine thing.
Wait, we did kind of this episode. I'm not going to say anything on Twitter about it. I think the whole thing's a pointless tragedy.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm ever saying about it is stop punishing civilians.
Yeah. That's just going to make matters a lot worse in the end.
That's how we get Hitler 2.0.
Yeah.
Like, they're just asking for trouble.
Yeah.
And sure, Putin gets taken out by his own people, maybe. That's possible timeline.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh my God.
I mean, he went into hiding almost right after he declared war.
Yeah, only his top officials see him, and even they're turning on him. Okay, we're gonna have to use Arceus.
What did you encounter?
Alpha horde of Cleffa, and they're so adorable.
Okay.
Oh my.
Yeah, how to turn everyone against you and still be surprised somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think I've said this before in past episodes, just, I've known war for over 20 years of my life, and I am just so sick of it.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, the earliest that I became aware of politics was 9/11, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's
sounds about right.
I think that's when everybody...
And everyone in our age group became
We
aware
lost
of
our
politics.
innocence that day.
Yeah.
We lost our innocence.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
I mean, like, on 9/11, I was living in California, and a lot of people in my class stayed home. My dad made sure that we went to school, but like the school was half empty, if not more.
Our school I don't know if our school, I kind of got backlash because they didn't even tell us about it. We were kept in the dark the whole day. I mean, I was in second or first grade. I don't remember that well. I just remember my mom, like, coming home to my mom, and she asked, "Did they tell you in school?" And I'm like, "Tell us what?" And then she had to explain what happened. And
jeez,
I don't want to say it messed with me, but I used to have like this romanticization of New York City when I was little. That died that day.
Yeah. With me, I remember having gone to school and got there, and the school was closed.
Huh.
And that's because where we lived, it's a fairly short distance from a previously nuclear production complex, and now just basically like a research place. But basically there were fears that it would be targeted next, and so basically, the entire area got shut down.
Yeah.
So, Giga, what's your 9/11 story? Since we're sharing, I guess.
Enough. I don't exactly remember.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely went to school that day. Then again, it basically back then, my middle school started like really early in the morning, so would have been before that, anyways.
Jeez, I'm just thinking now. Like, you were in middle school already?
Hey, sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I was in first grade.
I'm fairly sure I was in second grade.
Second as well.
Actually, wait, that might have been fifth grade for me then.
Okay. Because I know that some states have middle school start at sixth grade, which seemed plausible.
See, from my middle school starts at 7th in New York.
Yeah, in California it starts at 7th. Here in Minnesota it starts at 6th.
Wow. I can't imagine a 6-year-old being put in with high schoolers.
I said 6th. Sixth grade. Said. Not 6-year-old, 6th grade.
I thought I said 6th graders.
No, you said 6-year-old.
Oh.
See, that's kind of the problem with my first half of school. It all blends together at some point.
Yeah,
I have no memory of.
I went to a K-12 school for most of my life.
I mean, like, my way of determining what grade I was in is remembering what school it was, because I moved around a lot as a kid.
I actually have no memory of my 3rd grade year of public school. It's like just a void in my memory. Oh, this ain't terrifying at all.
Man, this episode has been all over the place.
It has.
We went from
and it definitely got a bit spicy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We went from Dream to Ukraine to just general political things to like 9/11.
Yeah.
I know how the hell did we get to 9/11?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think it was just talking about war and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, the last time we saw peace 20 years ago. It's my fault we're on this subject.
No, like I'm the one that said that the earliest that I became aware of politics was 9/11.
Right. I agreed.
Yeah.
How about we end on a better note? Anyone got a cheerful subject to bring up or an energetic subject?
That's a good question.
Okay, I got an idea.
Oh?
Question for all of you. Pertaining to Pokemon. Why not? I think I might ask this question, or a variation of this question every week. Going into Generation 9, if you could make any animal, object, or whatever into a Pokemon, what would it be?
Gannett.
Capybara.
Okay. You broke up when you said what you said, Kaylan. Can you say it again?
Gannett.
Okay. And you, Nate?
Capybara.
Giga?
Giga.
Yeah, honestly, I might need more time to think on that.
Go ahead. Okay, I'll go next then. Peacock.
We don't have a peacock Pokemon? Whoa!
No,
yeah, that's surprising. Let's
Holy
fix
shit,
that.
we don't.
Yeah. No, we have no peacock Pokemon, and as someone who adores that animal, I need the peacock Pokemon.
It's the same energy as, like, we don't have a dolphin Pokemon, you know?
Exactly.
Technically, you could maybe count Tapu Fini.
Those are all tikis in my eyes.
Yeah, but Tapu Fini is modeled after a dolphin.
She's in her shell.
It's one of those things where it's like, it's a statue of a dolphin, and not a dolphin.
This is a Gannett. And it is actually native to Spain.
Ooh. So there's a good chance we might see that.
Yeah.
Well, I do know one Pokemon we will see, and I do mention it in Saturday's video.
Oh.
Because Masuda loves this thing a lot. I don't know if he has any hand in this game or not, but the Rooster of Barcelos, he loves it. He wants to make it a Pokemon.
Well, I mean, the reveal trailer did show Game Freak, so it is at least being made by Game Freak.
Yeah, I know, but Pokemon's Legend Arceus was made by Game Freak, and Masuda had nothing to do with it.
Yes, but that's a spin-off.
And it's one of the best Pokemon games.
Yeah, it's still a spin-off.
I can't wait for the next Legends game.
Yeah. Although, that actually reminds me, last week we were or not last week, but like last recording session, we were talking about getting scheduled, or not really getting scheduled, but Gen 5 remakes should be next. And when I was rewatching the playback just for a good episode title, I realized that we are actually not on schedule for a remake this gen, because remakes, if you don't count Let's Go, remakes come on even numbered gens. After like Gen 3 having Fire and Leaf Green, like Heart Gold and Soul Silver were in Gen 4, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire were on Gen 6, and then BDSP were on Gen 8.
Want to hear an even crazier one?
What?
We won't see the Gen 5 remake on a Switch. We will see it on whatever comes after the Switch, because there's only one remake per system.
Right. Again, unless you count Let's Go, which is weird because it's a remake, but it's also a spin-off, and it's just complicated.
It's an abomination.
Yeah. So, like, if the trend holds, we should see the Gen 5 remakes in Gen 10.
Does it count? A Legends game count as a remake?
No, but also, like, if they're keeping... I know that's only been one game, so there's not really a trend, but it would make sense if they had the Legends game come out the same gen as the remake.
Mm-hmm. I guess it really depends on if the Switch is going to be... Because I know it's sort of leaked recently that they're working on another Switch, like, successor.
Yeah.
But it really depends on if the Switch is here to stay or not, because we just had the OLED release, which is a much more powerful version of the Switch.
Yeah, and like anything is possible, but I feel like Gen 10 is when we would see major Gen 5 content.
Gen 10 better go all out for that, because that would be the big... I think that would be the biggest generation of Pokemon ever.
Yeah.
Consider it's the 10th Pokemon generation.
Also, while thinking about this, I also realized something because I watched a little bit more of the Sun and Moon anime over the last couple days, and I realized, like, the working name for Gen 7 was Project Pokemon Rainbow, and this was like this whole thing in Loxton's End of Pokemon Theory. But then I realized, like, we never really got an explanation for why it's called Project Pokemon Rainbow. And then I realized Necrozma.
Yeah, Prism.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was interesting.
And also we had Rainbow Rocket in the end too.
Well, yeah, but they don't really count. But
Multiverse villain.
They're gimmicky. But like, I feel like Rainbow Rocket was also kind of named because it's Project Pokemon Rainbow, and I think, like, it being called that, just Project Pokemon Rainbow itself, not Rainbow Rocket, is kind of confirmation that the Ultra Necrozma climax was meant to be the actual canon one, and then, like, someone somewhere along the way had a different idea of what to do when they couldn't reconcile the two, so they just made two games. Because it really does feel like they wanted both Lusamine, Ultra Beast, whatever, and Ultra Necrozma in the same plot, but they couldn't figure out how to fit both of them in.
This is why I'm genuinely concerned about Gen 9, because I had a look back at Pokemon Sword and Shield today. The writing's not good. And I'm concerned the writing's going to be bad for Gen 9.
I mean, Gen 7 had really strong writing, I would say.
Gen 7 as in Sun and Moon?
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. That has one of the best stories in Pokemon.
Specifically Ultra, but that might just be because I'm a simp for Ultra Necrozma.
I say the Lusamine story. I think the Lusamine story was better because that's the first time Pokemon ever went there.
Yeah, I think I like Ultra Necrozma better, if only because I feel extremely vindicated because I knew Necrozma would be a dragon.
I love it when you shape it, put the body in the right position. It's a dragon's head.
Also, Pokemon Special had Lusamine or the whole Lusamine thing and Ultra Necrozma.
Yeah, the anime also had both of them. But
it goes to show you, Game Freak needs better writers.
I don't think it's I don't think it's so much that as it is, like, it's fine in the context of a consistent narrative like the anime or the manga, but in terms of a game's climax, they kind of interfere with each other.
Right, like Ultra Necrozma could have been a post-game story.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect.
But instead, it's just kind of there.
Mm-hmm. And then you got Sword and Shield's post-game story, which I still cringe thinking about it.
I heard some theory about the Sword and Shield post-game where it was probably intended to be something throughout the main game, but then some wires got crossed when it came to the actual story writing or something.
I think there was a lot of issues with Sword and Shield.
I think the main thing with Sword and Shield is that it had an entirely new team attached to it for writing and development and stuff, and they were getting their feet wet because something that I've noticed is the first set of games first set of mainline games on a given console are usually the weakest of their console generation.
I wouldn't say
Ruby and Sapphire were good, but they didn't Emerald improved on them so much. And
I will say I really loved X and Y.
X and Y were good, yes, but people generally consider it a weaker title, and I just don't like Diamond and Pearl.
After the remake, I hate Diamond and Pearl, and that was my first generation. That's my nostalgia generation.
Platinum is good. I never liked Diamond and Pearl.
Remakes, Shining Diamond and Sparkling Pearl, or whatever they fucking want to be called. They ruined Gen 4 for me currently. I will rather just boot up Platinum and play that again.
Yeah.
I'm just glad Arceus. I don't know. There's a lot of.
I have a question. What was wrong with BDSP?
It's a carbon copy, and I didn't. That's.
Nah. Is that the only problem with it?
All the same problems that Diamond and Pearl had are still in there.
Poor pacing and stuff.
Yes, it's so slow. And sure, they fixed the variety issue with the Underground, and the Underground, I really enjoyed that more than the whole game.
On paper, I really like the competitive movesets.
Oh, that was nice. That was a nice change.
I also like the music because, again, the generic legendary theme references Primal Dialga.
Well, the music with Pokemon's always been good.
Yeah. Because music is the one thing that you can always count on in a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even Arceus, which Masuda didn't even work on, and he's the big music guy at Game Freak. It was still really good with the music. Yeah. Volo's theme was phenomenal. Have you gotten the Volo yet?
Nope.
Oh, you're going to love his theme.
Okay.
And the legendary Pokemon, the new themes for the legendary Pokemon.
I'm still running around the Alabaster Icelands trying to catch a bunch of Hisuian Zorua because I want a shiny one.
If I catch one more, I'll give it to you because I caught one last night.
I desperately want a shiny Hisuian Zorua.
I know. Well, if I catch another one, you get it.
Okay. I've caught 4 or 5 Hisuian Zorua, I think. It's just annoying hunting for them because I don't actually have Braviary yet.
Get Braviary. Once you get to the Alabaster Icelands, beeline for Braviary first, and then everything can wait. I've caught 29 Zorua.
Okay. I think that Zorua is going to be the first entry that I complete.
I'm actually close to completing that. I just have to catch 14 more at night and defeat more with dark type moves, and then just use Snarl. Then it'll be complete. Funny enough, I'm more close to completing Zoroarks.
Same, but that's because I stood in a battle for 10 minutes and just spammed Nessie Plot.
Just to get the points for the ducks? Yeah. I gotta say, I really like Zoroark's design. in this one.
That's okay.
It's genuinely scary.
Like, it's very obviously a Nogitsune, which I appreciate. But I think its design could use improving just because I don't like the whole aesthetic of loading wispy hair on a kabuki mask fox. I like Zorua, though.
Zorua was great. Like, I'm not going to evolve my shiny one. I'm keeping it as the little fox. Oh, finally. But Giga, have you thought of a Pokemon?
Nope.
Okay, next Wednesday we will open it.
Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Oh, when the day it goes up. For us, it would be next Thursday. I will ask you this question again to open the podcast up.
And then I'll probably have one and refuse to answer.
Oh.
That would be like you.
So, anyone else have anything else to say before we wrap it up?
Oh, I kind of wanted to mention this, but I'm not sure how many of you care, but the demo for the new Kirby game just suddenly dropped out of nowhere.
What?
Yeah.
Dead?
Yeah. And it's really good.
Yeah, funny enough, I was playing it myself.
I love Kirby was one of the games I grew up with.
I don't Kirby.
Kirby's fun.
No, but like it's a really good demo. Like,
I'll
holy
definitely
shit.
check it out. I'll definitely check it out once I can put my password in without it being on camera. So yeah. Anyone wanna? We're bad at outros. Let's get that straight.
Yep.
Anyone
we need
wanna
to just like come up with an outro, don't we?
No.
I mean, we're good at intros.
You say that, but it took like 5 seconds for this one to get going.
I know, but it was funny.
I had to force this one.
It was funny though.
Yeah, it was.
And look at the opening we had for the Pokemon special. That was pure.
Yeah, whenever we get the chance to shitpost like that, it always ends up being a good intro.
Did we always open with a shitpost?
No.
That would make it not special.
Yeah.
I guess with all that said, be sure to check out all of the links down in the description below. They are very important links down there. With all that said, this has been the Foxfire crew with another episode of the Foxfire Podcast. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.